Okay, let's go fill everybody in on what's been happening. See if we can get any new stuff.
It's a fiasco, just as I feared. Oh, I'm sick about the whole thing.
Ah, I probably should have talked to these people after the Pakal carving got stolen. Oopsie.
I see you've spoken with Joanna.
I was in the museum when it happened.
Have you spoken to the police?
I told them everything I know. I mean, I coughed up my brains right there on the table.
Ew? This guy's really graphic.
Did you hear? The thief left a glyph message with a red handprint on it.
That awful red hand was left on Prudence Rutherford's jewelry box in Topeka, and on the display case in the museum in New Mexico. What's the chance they're not connected?
I asked you before if you thought they were connected, and you said you didn't know. What the frick, dude? Ah.
Do you know Prudence Rutherford personally?
Oh, we saw each other at functions now and then. Poor Prudence. She adored that necklace.
What's the name of the museum in New Mexico?
The Chaco Canyon Cultural Center.
Whoa,
They
now.
had a beautiful collection up there, worth a bundle, too. I appraised some pieces for them a few years back.
Why do you think the thief is leaving this red handprint?
To be a gruesome scoundrel?
I need a photo of the Pakal carving. Do you have one?
Joanna took the official print for her insurance claim, but I have a couple extras. Here you go.
This is for Henrik and his
Keep up the good work.
memory board. What?
Any news?
There was an incident at the museum. Henrik is in the hospital with a head injury.
Poor Henrik. Another squabble between him and Joanna, perhaps? Oh, I'm
Whoa.
kidding, but I do remember the time she threatened to push him in the pond. Temper, temper, I'm always telling her.
I'd better get going.
Bye now.
What? What? Bye now. Alejandro.
Hello, Nancy.
Ooh, we can talk about a lot of stuff.
Do you know much about Maya glyphs?
You've got me there. I know Spanish, English, Portuguese, and several indigenous languages, including Quiche and Nahuatl, but I have yet to learn the language of glyphs.
Have you heard? The Pakal carving was stolen from the museum.
Well, I heard the alarms going off, but it wasn't until Henry called me that I heard the news.
You don't sound very concerned about all of this.
I was running late. I just figured somebody tripped a wire and I kept going.
I'll need to alert the police so they can ask you some questions.
I have diplomatic immunity, so I do not have to answer any questions. But I will, because I have nothing to hide.
Don't you care about the disappearance of such a rare Maya artifact?
That artifact was lost to me as soon as it left Mexican soil. So my friend Pakal goes underground for a while until he is sold again. Suddenly, he turns up in Amsterdam or Hong Kong. Unless he is rightfully repatriated to Mexico, what's the difference?
There's a big difference, because right now it's gone.
Have you heard?
Fricktard.
Henrik Vanderheun fell off the pyramid at the museum. He's in the hospital with a mysterious head injury.
That is terrible news. I hope it's not too serious.
Do you know what cinnabar is?
The red powder that the Maya used? Sure, I know it. They use it at Beach Hill too, do they not?
Cinnabar was used to make the red handprint that was left at the scene of the Pakal theft.
What is your point?
Joanna said the museum didn't have any, but the supplier said she ordered some last week.
Have you called the police?
I don't want to jump to conclusions.
Of course. Sister Joanna couldn't possibly be a thief now, could she?
I should get back to the museum.
Goodbye.
Bye. Oh, what can we do now? Let's try talking to Joanna. See what she has to say. She's not here. Let's snoop. Let's sell this. I don't know what that is. What's this? Packing list. Blah, blah, blah. Boring. Anything else? Oh, you're gonna need this thing later. Pick it up now. Trust me. And over here we got some files.
Who knew one piece of jade could have so much history?
You can read this, it's kind of boring. Just about whoever had it before the museum and blah, 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 blah. Can't hurt to check our voicemail. Ooh, a note. Nancy, the police called. They want me to go down to the station for further questioning. Something about an anonymous tip. Do I have time for them? Blah, blah, blah. I left my office open if you need anything.
You have voicemail.
Sweet. No, I didn't want that. I didn't want that.
Nancy, it's Joanna. The police are done giving me the 3rd degree, but now the board has suspended me.
What?
To make a long story short, I'm forbidden to set foot in the museum. Could you please call Franklin Rose and try to reason with him? If we don't get a move on, this exhibit is going straight down the tubes.
To replay messages, press.
Alright, let's call Franklin Rose.
You have no.
Do.
Boswell, Jackson, and Rose, how may I direct your call?
This is Nancy Drew, calling for Franklin Rose, please.
Just a minute, please.
Nancy, hello. Do you have any news?
Ooh, okay. Prudence Rutherford. We need to contact her.
I need to contact a woman named Prudence Rutherford. I noticed she's on the board of the Topeka Commission for the Arts, and that they've donated money to Beach Hill. Any idea how I might track her down?
Well, you're in luck. It so happens that Prudence and I sat on the panel of judges for the Kansas Speak No Evil Mime competition for 3 years in a row.
Wow.
Back when I lived in Wichita. How's that for a small world?
Dad never told me you lived in Wichita.
Indeed I did. I haven't talked to Prudence in about 10 years. But let's see if I still have her in this old dinosaur of a Rolodex. Ah, yes, here we go. Got a pen? It's area code 785-555-7279. What's this all about?
Miss Rutherford had a necklace with a Maya artifact stolen right out of her home. I'm trying to see if there's any connection between these robberies.
Ha! You're a real pro, Nancy. Say, why don't I call ahead and let Prudence know what's going on? That way I can say hello and she'll be expecting you.
That would be great, Mr. Rose.
Not a problem, dear.
What? Okay, call him back.
Boswell, Jackson, and Rose, how may I direct your call?
This is Nancy Drew, calling for Franklin Rose, please.
Just a minute, please.
Nancy, hello. Do you have any news?
Yes, tons of news.
Nothing definitive yet, but I'm beginning to identify my suspects.
Oh, Nancy, you zero in on a case like a heat-seeking missile, don't
Is
you?
this it?
I feel so much better knowing you're going to follow up on every lead. I'll help in any way I can.
Thanks, Mr. Rose.
That's what I'm here for.
I thought I was supposed to talk about Joanna. Never mind. Okay, since we gotta call Prudence, we also need to call these guys because they had a carving stolen from them. So, yeah. 1, 2, 2, 2. I don't want to go.
It's locked.
Okay.